The moment he shifted his attention on the promises of God and began to doubt the word of God, he began to sink. Why people sink in difficult times is because they lose sight on the promises of God. Why people drown in difficult times is because they allow the enemy to give them another thing to look unto. Your responsibility as a Christian is to look up to God. He said, looking up to Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. Am I talking to somebody here? So your father is not the finisher of your faith. Your sister, your parents, they are not the finisher of your faith. Jesus is the author and the finisher of your faith. So when you go through difficult times, it is your duty to look unto him, not to any man. The moment you shift your gaze, the moment you shift your focus, the moment you shift your attention, you begin to sink. You begin to drown in the battles of life. Amen, somebody here? Many times you will go through depression. Most times people want to pray against depression. See, there are days you will be depressed. It's not a curse. It's the reality of life. When you look at everything around you and everything is not going well, depression sets in. But how do you conquer? Look unto God. If I tell you that there are no days in my life where I feel hopeless, I will lie to you. There were days where things were not well. There were days when I prayed and I don't receive. There are days where I look unto God and yet everything, it's like the heaven is closed and everything seems silent. I can't even hear the voice of God. Am I true? The only thing that kept me is the promises of God. What God said, not what people said. Many days you have to cry. Christians never ignore your humanity. I'm going to teach more about this. God has the human side. There are 4 faces of God. I spoke about the face of an eagle. There is a face of a man. It speaks of humanity, emotions, feelings. It is not a sin to cry. See, when you see people cry, you think that they are faithless. You think that this one doesn't have faith. When we see, it's quick for us to judge people until you get into their shoes and know what they are going through.